So in today's lab, we will be working on Git, and we will connect Git with central repository, that is GitHub. So what we will be doing, we will install Git on AWS Linux machine, and then we will create, so my account is already created on GitHub, so I'll use that account, and then I'll create a local repository in the Git that is available on my AWS Linux machine. Then I will push or pull the content from the central repository. So like this we can perform. So suppose I am at developer A and I'm pushing content to central repository. So developer B can pull the data from there, and developer B can also push the content, and two developer can also share the data with each other like this. So here what will be the task we need to do? We need to create one Git repository that is already available. In my case, if you can see here, this one is my GitHub account. Now what I'll do, I'll create one repository. So my account is created. Now I'll create one repository here. So suppose I'm just creating new repository here, right? So in the case of new repository creation, it will ask some information. So I will create one repository here. So I will AWS, I'm just keeping name as AWS demo, and I'm just making this repository as public, and nothing else, right? I'm just providing my repository. Now once you will try to connect with this repository, you need to use this link. So I'm just copying this link in notepad file, and I will use it later on. Okay, now I'm just going, so after this one, what I need to do, I need to launch two EC2 instance, and I will allow some kind of security group where I will allow SSH connection only, not nothing else. Then I will log into both the instance 1 and instance 2. So I'm just going to my AWS Learner Lab platform, and here I'll create two EC2 instances. These two instances I created earlier for testing purpose. So I will launch my instances here, two EC2 instances. So I will create two Linux machine. So I'm writing name of the instance as instance 1. And I will provide basic security rules here, not the advanced one. So key pair login method, I'm selecting as without a key pair because I will go to the instance connect method. So there key pair is not required. So I'm just selecting the SSH connection only and not nothing else in the security group field. So now I'm just launching my instance. This one is my first instance. Similarly, I will launch my second instance. So I'm just going to instances again, and I will launch instance. The instance is second instance here. So I'm just providing name as instance 2. Okay, now key pair name I need to provide here, proceed without a key pair. Now nothing else, network setting will be same here, and I will launch my instance. So two instances I am launching here. Then after that, what I need to do, I need to install Git on both the instances. One more thing I want to provide information here as once you will connect with the central repository, in that case you need to provide repository address as well as you need to provide authentication there. So for authentication purpose, we can generate one token. So I'll show you how to generate token, and that token will be valid for some time. So we can go to the setting part. Okay, so I'm just going to AWS demo. Setting, in the setting part, go to the developer setting window. go to the okay, so I need to check here. Okay, in the left side, click on the right corner, and now in the left side, click on developer setting. Okay, so I need to click on the right corner. Okay, now here I need to okay, so where I needed to go, I just want to tell you, just go to the setting part here, and in the setting part this page will open. You need to go at the end and you need to click on the developer setting. Once you will click on the developer setting, it will ask you for password token, right? So I'm just going to access token, classic token here. So you will generate new token from here. So I'm just generating classic token. So I'll get the token. For that purpose you need to provide information. So just tick all the option here so that it will not create any problem while you were accessing these tokens. You can set the expiration time also. So I have kept it as default here. So I am selecting all the options. Now I'll generate my token. Okay, so I'm just writing token 1, something like that. Generate token. Okay, so this token is generated. I need to copy it and I need to save it somewhere because it will be required later on. Okay, so this one is my token, this one is my repository link that will be required later on. Now what I need to do, I need to check whether my EC2 instances are in running condition or not, because I need to connect with those instances. So I'm just only selecting the running instance from here. Okay, now I'm just logging into my first instance. I'm just connecting with my first instance. Okay, I need to refresh this again. So instance 1, I will connect with the instance 1 with my instance connect method. So nothing is required if you want to connect with the instance connect method. So I'm connected to my instance 1. Then I can go and I can connect to the instance 2 also. Okay, now my instance 1 and instance 2, I'm connected to my instance 1 and instance 2. Okay, so now I'm just opening my instance 1. You can see here, this one is my instance 1, and I'll write some piece of code there. So what I'll do, I'll install Git there. So I'll take root permission. So what I'm just going to do right now, I'm just going to write commands sudo su. So I'm just dragging this out. Okay, sudo su, and then I'm updating yum update -y. So if there will be any update, it will be visible here. Then I will install git yum install git -y, and then I'll check the version of the git if it gets installed. So I'm writing git -version. Okay, so you can see 2.40.1 is the version name of the git. Now if you want to see the location of the git, right, where git is installed, so you can write which git. So you can see it is installed in user bin and inside that in the git folder. Now I need to configure it by providing username and email address. So I'm just writing git config global user dot name, and I'm just providing name here as my name. Now okay, I need to check. Okay, hyphen global I needed to write, but I have written global without provided two hyphen here. Okay, now I will provide my email address. So user dot I need to write email, and here I am just writing gmail.com. It's not required that you write the correct email address. It is only for information purpose. Now if you want to list the configuration status, so what you need to write, git config hyphen list. Okay, so now you can see a username and user email address is available. Now after this one, what I need to do, I will install git on the second EC2 instance also. So I'm just writing the same command, sudo su to take root permission, yum update -y, and after that I will install git yum install git -y. Then I don't want to check git version which git, because we know what we can get in the output. Git config hyphen global and user dot name. I'm just providing my second my title, and I'm just providing user dot email @gmail.com, something like that. Okay, now what I can do, I can go to my first instance and I'll create one directory here, working directory, right, where I will work, and I just want to push and pull the data of that directory. So for that purpose, what I can do, I will need to write mkdir. To make a directory, you need to write this command, mkdir. Then I'm just writing name as mydirectory. Okay, now you can go to the directory and you can initialize my directory, and you can initialize git there, right? So because in that directory git will be initialized, and so I need to write git init init. Okay, so git is initialized there. Now I can create one file and I'll write some content there. Suppose I'm writing hello, how are you? I just want to send this message to someone. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are doing well. Now I'm just going out from here. Okay, now I just want to check the git status of the git, because I have written something and I want to set. So you can see this is untracked file because I have not committed this file. This file is in working directory where all the data are temporary data. So what you can do, you can write this command git add dot. So whatever is in the current working directory, you add all the content in the local repository. Okay, now if you will check the status of the git, you will see that file is changes to be committed, but that file is added into the master branch, right? Now if you want to commit this file, so you need to write git commit and -m for typing any message here. So I'm just writing my first commit. Okay, now if you will try to check the status. You can see here it is updated, right? Now if you just want to check the status of the git status, you will see that nothing is in the working area, everything is clean and everything is committed, right? Now if you just want to see the log information and what is done, right, what is done in that commit statement, so what you can do, you can write git show and you can type this commit id, some part of this commit id, not the complete commit id. If you will copy some part of it, still it will work. So I'm pasting it here and you will see the message is coming here, right? Hello, how are you? And there is more message here, but you are not able to see the complete message, right? So you can see what is going on, who has submitted, who is the author. You can see username and email address provided there when it is done, and what is the message heading, and all the other information is available here. Now what I want to do, I want to connect my instance 1 to my central repository, git repository. So for that purpose, what I need to do, I need to write this command, git remote add origin, and then I need to provide the this repository address. Now it will okay, so I have provided this repository address. Now what I need to do, it will ask me to push the content, right? So I need to paste this message here. So I will paste it, git push -u for user purpose, origin and master. So then it will ask for the username. So my username is this one, Suchi981990. So I'm just copying this username. Okay, so if you want to check it, you can check from there also. I'm just showing, and for password purpose, I will use the token I generated earlier. So I will paste this password here. So whatever you are pushing, that will be pushed to your central repository. If you want to check here, just go to the repository. So just go to your repository and you will check one, you will see here one file is pushed and the message for that file is my first commit, and you can see this is message, hello, how are you, right? So this one is my message. You can see here the platform of the at the platform of Git here. Okay, so I have pushed data from EC2 instance and now it is in my central repository, right? Now if you will write something here and you just want to push again, right, and then you want to pull from the repository, so you will be able to do that. So I want to write here something, I want to go and write some comment here. So I'll go edit file. I'm just going to edit this file. Okay, so I'm just writing, I am good, I hope you are also well. I hope you are also well, right? So I just want to commit these changes, right? And these changes should be reflecting on my EC2 instance. So this commit these changes. So update my file, yes, and I'll commit the changes. And I'm just updating my master branch, right? That this one is the main branch. Now you can see it is reflecting here. Now if you go and check on the EC2 instance, right? So it should be available on my instance 1 because I have connected my instance 1 with my central repository. So what is the command for pulling the data? So if you go here and I just want to pull. So this one is the command, git pull -u origin master. So -u doesn't work sometimes. So what you need to do, you need to just paste the content here and okay, so git pull -u sometimes doesn't work. Just remove this one and hit enter. Right now you will see the information, right? So here there is +1, right? So what you can do, you can write git log. So you can see this one is committed by from my central repository, and this one is committed from my local repository. So the both information are present. So whatever is the new, that is coming at the top, and the earlier version is coming in the bottom. So you can see the message was update my file, and in this case my message was my first commit, right? So if you want to see the detailed information, what you can write, git show, and you can copy some part of this ID and you can paste it here. Okay, so you can see this one was the earlier comment, and now this one is plus, right? This one is added in the previous comment, and this one is visible here also. So now if you want to pull the data from my other EC2 instance, so what you can do, you can paste the same message there. So get, okay, so I need to pull the data. So what I'll do here now, I'll go to my instance 2, right? I will go to my instance 2 now. So I have already installed all the thing on my instance 2. Now what I'll do, I'll go to my instance 2 and I'll create one repository here, right? Same repository that I created earlier. So I have already taken root permission. So what I'll do, I'll only write the command mkdir and mydirectory, and then what I'll do, I'll cd mydirectory. After that, what I'll do, I'll initialize git there also, git init. Then I'll connect to my remote directory, git remote, add origin and link of the directory, central repository. Okay, so now I am connected to my central repository. Now what I need to do, I want to pull the content that is available in the central repository. So for that purpose, I need to write git pull origin master. So I just want to pull the data of the master file, not anything else. So you'll see there are two kind of information you can get here. So if you just want to see the information, git log, if you will do git log, you will see the complete information. So from my instance 2, I can see I pulled the data by connecting to the to my central repository. If you want to push the data, in that case you need to authenticate yourself. But if you want to pull the data, you can only connect with the central repository remotely and you can pull the data from there. So that is all about my today's lab session. I discussed about this architecture that is shown here, how to push the data to central repository and how to pull the data from the central repository. So that's it. Thank you everyone.